Welcome to Relive Campers, where we take your van adventures to the next level. In today's video, walking through the step-by-step process of installing a pop top. The van's already had an attempt at a skylight put through the roof, but as it's leaky, we're surgically removing the whole panel and giving the vehicle a fresh new start. Starting after cleaning off the worst of the muck, the four corners are marked and pilot drilled for easier cutting. These measurements matter, as you can always cut more off, but you can never cut more back on. Dust sheets are laid out across the whole van to protect the surfaces, and we're ready for some loud tools. All vans will have a central reinforcing bar to strengthen the roof, but as this is where the pop top's going to sit, this has got to come down and be replaced with our own strengthening frame. Then we move on to the roof and cut in the corners with an angle grinder yet again, pushing in the cut to give space for a jigsaw blade. The jigsaw makes light work of cutting through the rest of the roof panel, but to get a straight line you have to go slow and be careful. The concentration on Dan's face is real, and this footage is sped up 5 times what he's actually cutting at. And eventually the roof can come down in one whole piece. Make sure to wear thick gloves when doing this, and there's burrs and sharp corners all over this sheet, so we'll sort that out as well. Ben gives it a once over with the flat discs on the angle grinder to smooth out the edges and keep it safe to work in. And while the roof will be watertight, it always helps to put some rust killer on this edge after. Time to test fit the strengthening frame, the solid metal that keeps the van from wobbling and gives a firm base for the top to sit on and bolt into. This comes as part of your pop top kit and is custom sized for every van design. As Dan's been careful not to cut too much out, the hole's a smidge too small at the moment, and some precision cutting widens the gap for the frame to fit snugly under.
And then, how many nose hairs do you have?
All of them.
Now we have the metal in the right place, the next step is securing it onto the roof. Holes are measured and marked across the length of the van, ready for drilling through, obviously being careful not to drill through to the other side of the frame. As these are going to be blind holes, the best way to secure them is riveting content, and the electric rivet gun makes light work of what's usually quite a painful job of cinching up rivets. Ben chases Dan down the line as they secure the frame in roughly 50 places and making it a solid structural member. But as the order wasn't for an open roof van conversion, it's on to drilling out yet more holes for the hinges to sit into. The placement of these holes control which angle the pop top will rotate at, so it's critical they go in the right place. The pop top is made by Drive Lodge and installed today by the team at Relive Campers. The big moment has come where the prep work is done and the new roof is moved over onto the van itself. It's a fiberglass shell, so it's lightweight and can take some wear and tear, but it's good to not knock it too much on the install, so 2 people are definitely necessary to handle and position it on top of the van. These roofs come with a choice of upgrades: black colouring, panoramic opening canvases, front window screens, and a wide choice of canvas colours, so you can specify it to your taste. The first bolts are secured into the scissor hinges with the holes drilled earlier, and we get a first glimpse at how the van is finally going to look. At least one of the hinges stayed on, so we fold down the second hinge and give that another workover, securing it down onto the van. By using the holes in the plates and drilling straight through, these hinges stay perfectly true while installing. If you're looking to keep your pop top in tip-top shape, then check over the fixtures every 6 months. The nylock nut should be vibration proof, but it's good practice to keep them tight and solid. A quick check of the mechanism proves it's working smoothly, and it's relatively easy to lift even without the gas struts that will come later. While these roof designs have been tested beforehand, the bolts aren't always in the easier position to get a nut onto.
Oh, wow.
They're going to be fun for time, though.
Oh, yeah. We'll find it.
Wow.
With my piddle.
I found it.
Luckily, there is a tool for everything, including tightening hidden bolts. The gas struts are positioned ready to take the front weight of the roof and tight into place at the top. These have 400 Newton meters of force each, and are positioned so that the van roof stays closed even when unstrapped, but once the roof is raised past 10 centimeters, it will take over the lifting force and remain solidly locked. This particular roof has zippable roof vents as standard, forest green canvas, and a front window view as an extra, but it's missing the panoramic window that allows you to unzip the canvas for a full open air feel. When installing the nuts, ensure the head of the bolt faces the outside of the van and the nut is on the inside. This will minimise the contact area that the fabric can rub against and should help keep the canvas in great condition. So here's a recap of what's just been done. The van's been stripped of any furniture it might be cut into, the surface has been cleaned, the hole has been marked out across the van to give accurate locations for cutting, dust sheets have been laid out inside, the roof has been cut and removed, the frame test fitted and adjusted into place, then drilled and riveted down into a secure structure. The roof lifted on position, bolted down for testing and locked into place securely. And finally, the gas struts have been installed to keep the roof stable even when opened. We're about halfway through the steps of converting out the roof, but a quick spot of lunch is a good time to wrap up for now. It's already incredible how the roof has doubled the usable space within the van, and how now a 6'4" person can easily stand up straight within a tiny Citreon Dispatch. There's still work to be done, so stick around for the final part of this series where we attach up the canvas to the roof, wire in the electric lights and trim out the van interior to create a seamless pop-top roof.